Hi everybody, this is going to be an honest review of my Logitech G510 keyboard. I was using it for a period of 6 months, so I'm really familiar with all the pros and cons of this keyboard, and unfortunately I have to admit that I'm really disappointed with the keyboard. So here I'm going to cover some of the flaws that I found in the keyboard. So to start with, we have 18 G keys, which we can group into three M modes, and you can assign different colors to it. The problem is that it does not work. I tried to assign G18 a sleep function, so hibernating my computer, but if I try to execute it, it starts on the Windows. It does not follow all of the keys that I assigned in the macro. So I'm seriously disappointed with the G keys, and I'm not using them because simply they do not work for me. Another thing I would like to mention is the display. There are a lot of problems with the drivers that were provided for the keyboard, as well as the software included, and I had to go back to the old software. The newest one comes from something like February this year, but I'm using the one from 2010. The applet switcher, which I'm using right now, does not work in the newest version of the software. Therefore, I stick to the old one. As well as the email client, you can have indication and you can read your emails on the display, but in order to do so, you need to install third-party software, which is not as efficient as it should be. Another issue with this keyboard is the backlight. It's very dim. I'm not sure if you can see it, but if you look at it from the top, it looks okay. But it's really rarely when you work in this angle. Normally you would just lean back on your chair, and as you can see, in the dark environment, they get really dim, and it's very difficult to read them. And actually, this is one of the reasons why I bought this keyboard to get those backlit keys. And I'm really disappointed. I'm not sure why Logitech gave out the option to change the brightness of the backlit, and I can show you how it looks in the software. If you go, the brightness is grayed out, and there are no options for the display nor for the keys to actually change it. Another thing I struggle with about this keyboard is the booting time. I cannot get it to work while it's booted. So in order to access BIOS or to choose between Linux or Windows 7, I'm using another keyboard, which is also basic USB, but I have never had any problems whatsoever with this keyboard. Logitech claims that it's a BIOS problem, but I updated BIOS to the newest version. And I also found some of the drivers, and I installed them from my website, and it was working for some time, but it stopped working again. So I believe this is fault on the Logitech side. Regarding the display, you cannot adjust the position of it, so this is also pretty bad, especially when you are sitting back. It's difficult to read what's going on the display. And I also read that there are some pixels. Some of the users reported that there are pixels on it. I also noticed that when I'm gaming or typing very fast, sometimes I get some noise coming from backspace and enter key, which is very bad for the price that I paid for this keyboard. So all in all, I don't believe this is the best quality build quality used on this keyboard. What I do like about this keyboard is the wrist rest. It's very comfortable and I really enjoy it. I never had any issue with my wrist, as well as I really like the feel of the keys. They're pretty comfortable to use. But apart from that, I think that if I could, I would never buy this keyboard again. The included sound card is fairly okay. It's nothing special. It's better than the one integrated on your motherboard, but it's not as good as PCI Creative or any other sound card. So all in all, I like it. I also like this volume rocker here. It's really comfortable. Those keys, they work with some of the music players, not with all of them. For example, if you're using foobar, you will not be able to use them. There are a lot of problems with this keyboard, and if you head over to Logitech forums, you will see that people actually complain a lot about different functionalities. And every time Logitech releases a new update, new driver, new software, it causes even more problems. Some people can even boot the computer when this keyboard is connected. So all in all, if you are looking for a nice looking keyboard with comfortable keys, you can go for it. But if you want to buy something solid, something with all the features functioning and with really good backlit, I strongly recommend you to look for something else. So I hope that you enjoyed this honest opinion of my Logitech G512, and I will see you guys next time.